trade blueprint. Global. Let's go! Wake up early, charts on the screen. Built this vision from a trader's dream. NASDAQ moving, futures on fire. Every single candle taking me higher. Got a plan, got a process, stick to the rules. Patience and discipline, separate the fools. GBPE word, S&P inside. Blueprint traders putting in work every night. No emotion, no fear, the opportunity is here. Trust the setup, trust the plans, our champions stand. Trade a plan, follow the blueprint. One candle at a time, we're building something huge. Trade a plan, follow the blueprint. From Liverpool to Wall Street, we're making the move. Trade a plan. Follow the blueprint. Yeah. Risk 1%, let the winners run. Stacking up progress. Begun. Holding the NASDAQ crypto on watch. Wait, momentum ready to launch. No gambling here, this is business and skill. Building consistency, chasing the thrill. Every loss is a lesson, every win is proof. The market rewards who tell the truth. The markets never see. Eyes on the level that we keep. Trading futures for X2. Ours with the blueprint view. Trade plan. Follow the blueprint. One handle at a time, we're building something huge. Trade for blueprint, the future's ours. Trade blueprint. Follow the blueprint. Trade a plan. Follow the blueprint. See you wide open. Let's trade. For the dreamers, for the workers, for the ones nobody sees. Yeah. This one's for you. Built in the long nights, built in the rain, built through the losses, built through the pain. While the world was sleeping, I was learning my craft, studying the charts, trying to build a better path. Some days I was winning, some days I was not, but every lesson mattered, every battle that I fought. Because success isn't magic and it isn't luck, it's getting back up every time life. Her voices telling me stop. I seen the doubters waiting for me to drop, but every sack became another brick, and every hard day made me stronger than this. I was built in the long nights, built in the doubt, built when everybody said turn around. One more chart, one more fight, one more step, and I'm changing my life. Built in the pressure, built in the storm. Every scar became part of the fall. I'm still here, I'm standing right. I was I wasn't born with an itch, didn't have a silver spoon. The vision in my mind and the goal I reached soon. Ships paying bills, trying to keep the lights on. Building dreams at work when everybody else had gone. Some quit early, some never start. Some let fear take control of their heart. But I learned that winners aren't special people. They're ordinary people with extraordinary persistence. The secret wasn't talent, the secret was time. Showing up every day when I didn't feel fine. To the person listening right now, don't give up. The chapter you're in isn't the whole story. Your breakthrough may be one more attempt away. One more day, one more week, one more year. Keep going. London to New York, Tokyo to Sydney. The markets never sleep. Alarm goes off before the sunrise. Charts on the screen, opportunity in disguise. The world's still sleeping, but we're already awake. Looking for the moves that the smart money make. Patience is a weapon, discipline's king. Every lesson from the market helps the next trade win. No shortcuts, no luck, no chasing the crowd. Stay focused on the process, let the results speak loud. When the pressure starts to rise, keep your eyes upon the prize. Every setback, every gain comes from trusting in the plan. Trade the plan, follow the blueprint, one step closer every day. Through the losses and the victories, we keep finding our way. Trade the plan, follow the blueprint, stay the course and trust the view. The market writes a story, but the next chapter's up to you. Yeah, NASDAQ running, futures moving. Every candle tells a tale. Some are buying, some are selling, some are destined just to fail. But we learn from every chart, every breakout, every fake. Success isn't one big trade, it's the habits that we make. Risk controlled, emotions low, let the probabilities flow. The winners know it's not about speed, it's consistency that helps you grow. London open, New York close. The cycle turns and the momentum flows through every session, every trend. The opportunity never ends. Trade the plan, follow the blueprint, keep your vision crystal clear. Brick by brick, we're building freedom, one trade at a time, year after year. Trade the plan, follow the blueprint, stand tall when others quit. The market rewards the discipline. We were built for this. Trade the plan, the market's asleep. Stay patient, stay distant. See you at the next open. Screamers, the ones stood up when nobody's watching. Yeah. Started in Liverpool, working long nights, planning all the trailers, making sure the timing's right. 12-hour shifts, trying to provide big dreams in my head that I kept alive. People see the smile, but they don't see the cost. The setbacks, the pressure, the trades that got lost, the lessons that hurt, the moments of doubt, the times I wanted in, the times I wanted out. I've been down, I've been tested, I've been told that I should quit. But every setback built the person standing here like this. One more candle, one more trade, one more lesson that gets me on my way. One more sunrise, one more fight, one more reason not to quit tonight. The road is long, but I can see the person that I'm meant to be. One more candle, one more day, and I get a little closer on the way. Yeah, no silver spoon, no easy route, just hard work, trying to figure it out, building a future one brick at a time. While the world keeps telling me I'm behind. Some people laugh when you dream too big, some people disappear when things get difficult. But champions are built when nobody claps, when nobody notices all the sacrifices I've been down, I've been tested, I've been told that I should. But every setback built the person standing here like this. So one more candle, one more, one more lesson that gets me on my sunrise. One more fight, one more reason not to quit tonight. The road is long, I can be the person that I'm meant to be. One candle, one more day, and I get a little closer on the way. To anyone watching, thinking of giving up, the breakthrough you're looking for might be hiding behind one more application, one more workout, one more business, one more trade, one more try. I don't want millions just for the wealth. I want freedom for my family and myself. More time with the people I love the most. More moments, more memories, that's worth the growth. If my journey teaches anything at all, it's that every successful person had to crawl. Nobody arrives without paying the price. Nobody reaches the summit without sacrifice. One handle, one more One more step when it gets hard. One more setback, one more scar. One more reminder of who you are. 'Cause the people who win aren't always the smartest in the room. They're the ones who refuse to quit when everybody else assumes. One more candle, hey, one more day. Hey. Keep believing and find your way. This is for the workers, the builders, the traders, the parents, the dreamers. Your story isn't over. Keep going. Trade the plan. Follow the blueprint. breaks over golden plains. Silent footsteps, no need for chains. Every heartbeat knows its place. Power sleeps inside the chase. Eyes are locked beyond the grass, waiting as the shadows pass. The world moves fast, I never do. The wind can't rush the hunter, the storm can't shake my soul. Every move has purpose, every breath is control. And the cheetah, born to wait, built to hunt. I don't fear the silence, that's where legends come from. One move, one chance, one strike. Wait, hunt, strike. The weak keep chasing every sound. I stand still up on the ground. Patience writes the story first. Speed is useless without the thirst. The moment comes, the earth stands still. Then instinct takes the wheel. Africa remembers, a hunter remembers. Patience is power, discipline is freedom. The moment is now, I don't chase. I come the moment, eyes on the prize. Heart made known, call the storm. Wait, strike. Wait, strike. Wait, strike. Wait, strike. Wait, thing drops away. Distant African drums, a single heartbeat, a lone eagle cry. Then one deep voice, the market rewards patience. Wait, morning lights on the charts, we're locked and loading. Signals in the flow, and the market keeps on coding. Gold in the frame, NASDAQ moving fast. S&P on the screen, while the moments race past. We keep it clear, we keep it sharp. Blueprint vision in the heart of the dark. Every candle, every beat tells the story of the street. Trade blueprint, live on YouTube. Read the market, make the right move. Gold, FX, crypto in view. Trade blueprint, we're breaking through. We're breaking through. GBP and UR, every pair in motion. Bitcoin and XRP, riding waves across the ocean. Discipline first, let the numbers lead. Professional focus on the trades we need. We keep it calm, we keep it tight. Watching the trend from morning to night. Data goes and the pulses sync. Every chart line helps us think. Trade blueprint, live on YouTube. Read the market, make the right move. Gold, FX, crypto in view. Trade blueprint, we're breaking through. We're breaking through. No noise, no fear, just the plan. Step by step, we understand. From the open to the close. breaking through. We're breaking through. Yeah. Trade blueprint. This one's for the patient traders, the ones who wait, the ones who trust the process. Everybody wants to break out. Everybody wants it now. Chasing every candle moving, wondering why they're falling down. But I've learned something different, something simple, something true. The market pays the patient, not the ones that force a move. Yeah, daily chart is setting direction, let the trend show me the way. 9 above the 21, and the bulls are here to stay. Yo, no guessing, no hoping, no gambling, not a dream. I wait for the setup and let the market come to me. Wait for the pullback, wait for the touch. The 50, 100, 200 means so much. Trade with the trend now. Don't fight the flow. The market leaves the clues if you know where to go. Wait for the pullback. Stay in control. Protect your capital and focus on the goal. One trade at a time, that's the way I attack. Trust the trend. Wait for the pullback. 4-hour chart, now I'm watching the zone. No FOMO here, I can leave it alone. 50 EMA, maybe 100 in sight. 200 EMA if the timing is right. Price comes down, now the pressure builds. Everybody's panicking, chasing cheap thrills. But I'm sitting back with a plan in place, waiting for confirmation before I chase. Bullish engulfing, that's what I need. Bearish rejection, then I'll proceed. Risk 1%, let the winners run, because consistency beats the home run. The market doesn't care what you want, the market doesn't care what you need, but it rewards the trader who respects the probabilities. 9 and 21, 50, 100, 200. The blueprint is simple, trust it. Wait for the pullback, wait for the sign. Patience today means profits in time. 1 to 3 reward, that's the goal I track. Trade the plan. Wait for the pullback. Stay disciplined. The best traders know where the real move begins. No fear, no rush, no looking back. Trust the trend. Wait for the pullback. Daily trend. 4-hour entry. 1% risk. 3% reward. Trade the plan. Follow the blueprint. And wait for the pullback. Markets are moving. Opportunities are forming. The question is, are you ready? Screens are glowing, London opens wide. Goes across the other side. Gold is rising, just lead the way. Another chance to own the day. NASDAQ moving, currencies alive. Every candle tells a story in time. From New York close to Tokyo light, we're watching every move tonight. No noise, no fear, no chasing every line here. Just discipline, just vision, just execution and precision. A blueprint, follow the plan, read the market, understand. Call it forex, crypto too. Trade blueprint, the end is you. Trade blueprint, every day, turning data into opportunity. opportunities never stop. The question isn't whether a trade appears. The question is, will you be ready? Trade blueprint, living true. Markets moving 24/7 for you. Trade blueprint, see it through. Trade the plan, follow the blueprint. Morning lights on the charts, we're locked and loading. Signals in the flow, and the market keeps on coding. Gold in the frame, NASDAQ moving fast. S&P on the screen, while the moments race past. We keep it clear, we keep it sharp. Blueprint vision in the heart of the dark. Every candle, every beat tells the story of the street. Trade blueprint, live on YouTube. Read the market, make the right move. Gold, FX, crypto in view. Trade blueprint, we're breaking through. We're breaking through. GBP and UR, every pair in motion. Bitcoin and XRP, riding waves across the ocean. Discipline first, let the numbers lead. Professional focus on the trades we need. We keep it calm, we keep it tight. Watching the trend from morning to night. Data glows and the pulses sync. Every chart line helps us think. Trade blueprint, live on YouTube. Read the market, make the right move. Gold, FX, crypto in view. Trade blueprint, we're breaking through. We're breaking through. No noise, no fear, just the plan. Step by step, we understand. From the open to the close, we follow where the smart money goes. Trade blueprint, live on YouTube. Read the market, make the right move. Gold, FX, crypto in view. Trade blueprint, breaking through. We're breaking. Trade blueprint. Trade blueprint. Markets never sleep. London opens first, Tokyo still awake. Charts on the glass, every candle shakes. We read the flow before it shows its face. One clean setup, one disciplined pace. Hold the line, count the risk, wait for the break. Trust the script, eyes on price. Hands stay still when the crowd runs wild. We follow skill. Trade blueprint. Markets never sleep. Never sleep. Trade blueprint. Hold the deep. From London lights to Wall Street views. Trade the plan, don't chase the news. Trade blueprint. Stay one step ahead. Trust the data, not what's said. Gold and forex. Charts are lighting up the screen tonight. Numbers moving fast in the blue white light. Gold in the signal, NASDAQ in the air. Reread the price with a steady stare. No rush, no noise, just the plan. Risk in control, we know where we stand. Line by line, we map the flow. Trade blueprint ready, let the data show. On YouTube live, we ride the wave. Gold and the indices, disciplined and brave. GBP, crypto insight. Print leading through the night. We wait for the sign, clear moves in a measured mind.
Right, testing. Can you hear me coming through loud and clear? No? Marie McGibbon, can you hear me? I love hearts. You can't hear me, Marie McGibbon? Marie McGibbon, can you hear me? You can't hear anything. Right. Need to try and figure out how to get the headset working, eh? You can hear me, Marie McGibbon? Love the love heart. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. There's no trade setups at the moment.
It's late. But it's so loud. It's so clear.
Go back and see if you can hear me. We're testing it on the live stream. John McCormick, you still out there? Give me a thumbs up. Give me some sort of recognition you can hear me. Marie McGibbon, sending love. Marie, can you hear me? Yeah, that's fine. If there's a delay, just confirm when you can hear me.
But delayed.
You can hear you on the live now. Well, at least you can hear me. We're set up. Right, guys, we're looking for a pullback, waiting to try and get into low volume in the low traded volume in the profile.
Delayed. Super delayed.
We don't want to be trading in here. This is where the point of control is on the volume profile. So The market is happy to be in trading here. Most of the volume has been trading, so what we need is a pullback again back into the low volume, just as we have the last few days, the last week or so actually. So look, as we're getting into low volume nodes, we're on a sell. Clear that, we're on a sell. Some buyers are starting to come back in though, so potentially they're building their position. However, the long term is down, short term is down, so we're still looking for shorts. As I mentioned, the Cheetah strategy is we wait for the pullbacks into this area. The VWAP, the weekly VWAP is in here also, so potentially we'll get a bounce off that. Fair value gap in here, so we could be looking to get back into here before we bounce back up, but we're not sure. So let's just see. This candle looks promising, so potentially if we come down here, have a bit of a bounce back up, potentially we could get an entry in here. Looking down into here, we'll close our position. Until then, guys, I think I'll put a bit of music on and I'll get back to you shortly. So one thing, guys, this is a very new channel. I want people to follow my journey, get part of the community. We can help each other with whatever we've learned in the markets, talk about our mistakes, learn from each other, and hopefully all become consistent traders and profitable.
True. In the data, we find our way, steady through the green and red parade. One more signal, one more frame. Long-term vision, never the same. On YouTube live, we ride the wave. Gold and the indices, disciplined and brave. GBP or crypto inside. Trade blueprint leading through the night. We don't chase, we wait for the signs. We head and move in a measured mind. No need to live, we build the view. Trade blueprint strong, clean, sharp and true. Yeah. Trade blueprint. Global markets. Let's go. Yeah. Wake up early, charts on the screen. Yeah. Built this vision from a trader's dream. Yeah. Nasdaq moving futures on fire. Yeah. Every single candle taking me higher. Got a plan, got a process. Stick to the rules. Patience and discipline separate the fools. GBP or S&P in sight. Blueprint traders putting in work every night. No emotion, no fear. The opportunities here. Trust the setup, trust the plan. That's how champions stand. Trade a plan. Follow the blueprint. One candle at a time, we're building something huge. Trade a plan. Follow the blueprint. Liverpool to Wall Street, we're making the move. Yeah, risk 1%, let the winners run. Stacking up progress, the journey's begun. Gold in the Nasdaq, crypto on watch. Waiting for momentum, ready to launch. No gambling here, this is business and skill. Building consistency, chasing the thrill. Every loss is a lesson, that win is proof. The market rewards those who tell the truth. Global market never sleep. Eyes on levels that we keep trading. Futures for X2. Everything starts with the blueprint view. Wait, hunt, strike. I'm the cheetah. I don't chase, I wait. Eyes on the prize. Patient through journey. 6 years, failed evaluations, lost funded accounts. Never quitting, waiting patiently, protecting capital, executing with precision. The market rewards patience. The cheetah waits, the cheetah hunts, the cheetah strays. I'm the cheetah. I don't chase, I wait. Eyes on the prize, patient through the night. Wait, hunt, strike. The market rewards patience. The market rewards discipline. I'm the cheetah. Wait, hunt, strike. Yeah. Trade blueprint. Global markets. Let's go. Wake up early, charts on the screen. Built this vision from a trader's dream. NASDAQ moving, futures on fire. Every single candle taking me higher. Got a plan, got a process, stick to the rules. Patience and discipline, separate the fools. GBPE word, S&P inside. Blueprint traders putting in work every night. No emotion, no fear, the opportunity is here. Trust the setup, trust the plan. That's how champions stand. Trade a plan, follow the blueprint. One candle at a time, we're building something huge. Trade a plan, follow the blueprint. From Liverpool to Wall Street, we're making the move. Trade a plan. Follow the blueprint. Risk 1%, let the winners run. Stacking up progress, the journey's begun. Gold in the NASDAQ, crypto on watch. Waiting for momentum, ready to launch. No gambling here, this is business and skill. Building consistency, chasing the thrill. Every loss is a lesson, every win is proof. The market rewards those who tell the truth. Global markets never sleep. Eyes on the level that we keep. Trading futures, Forex too. Everything starts with the blueprint view. Trade a plan, follow the blueprint. One candle at a time, we're building something huge. Trade a plan, follow the blueprint. The future is ours. Trade blueprint. Follow the blueprint. Trade a plan, follow the blueprint. See you at the open. Let's trade. For the dreamers, for the workers, for the ones nobody sees. Yeah. This one's for you. Built in the long nights, built in the rain, built through the losses, built through the pain. While the world was sleeping, I was learning my craft, studying the charts, trying to build a better path. Some days I was winning, some days I was not, but every lesson mattered, every battle that I fought, because success isn't magic and it isn't luck. It's getting back up every time life gets tough. I've heard the voices telling me stop. I've seen the doubters waiting for me to drop, but every setback became another brick, and every hard day made me stronger than this. I was built in the long nights, built in the doubt, built when everybody said turn around. One more chart, one more fight, one more step, and I'm changing my life. Built in the pressure, built in the storm, every scar became part of the form. I'm still here, I'm still standing right. I was built in the long nights. I wasn't born with an advantage, didn't have a silver spoon, just a vision in my mind and the goal I'd reach soon. Working shifts, paying bills, trying to keep the lights on, building dreams after work when everybody else had gone. Some quit early, some never start, some let fear take control of their heart. But I learned that special people. They're ordinary people with extraordinary persistence. The secret wasn't talent, the secret was time. Showing up every day when I didn't feel fine. To the person listening right now, don't give up. The chapter you're in isn't the whole story. Your breakthrough may be one more attempt away, one more day, one more week, one more year. Keep going. Yeah. Trade blueprint. London to New York. Tokyo to Sydney. The markets never sleep. Alarm goes up before the sunrise. Charts on the screen, opportunity in disguise. The world's still sleeping, but we're already awake. Looking for the moves that the smart money make. Patience is a weapon, discipline is king. Every lesson from the market helps the next trade win. No shortcuts, no luck, no chasing the crowd. Stay focused on the process, let the results speak loud. When the pressure starts to rise, keep your eyes upon the prize. Every setback, every gain comes from trusting in the plan. Trade the plan, follow the blueprint, one step closer every day. Through the losses and the victories, we keep finding our way. Trade the plan, follow the blueprint, stay the course and trust the view. The market writes a story, but the next chapter's up to you. Yeah, NASDAQ running, futures moving. Every candle tells a tale. Some are buying, some are selling, some are destined just to fail. But we learn from every chart, every breakout, every fake. Success isn't one big trade, it's the habits that we make. Risk controlled, emotions low, let the probabilities flow. The winners know it's not about it's consistency that helps you grow. London, open, New York. The cycle turns and the momentum flows through every session, every trend. The opportunity never ends. Trade the plan, follow the blueprint, keep your vision crystal clear. Brick by brick, we're building freedom, one trade at a time, year after year. Trade the plan, follow the blueprint, stand tall when others quit. The market rewards the discipline, and we were built for this. Trade blueprint, the markets never sleep. Stay patient, stay disciplined. See you at the next open. This one's for the dreamers, the ones still showing up when nobody's watching. Yeah. Started in Liverpool, working long nights, planning all the trailers, making sure the timing's right. 12-hour shifts, trying to provide big dreams in my head that I kept alive. People see the smile, but they don't see the cost. The setbacks, the pressure, the trades that got lost, the lessons that hurt, the moments of doubt, the times I wanted in, the times I wanted out. I've been down, I've been tested, I've been told that I should quit. But every setback built the person standing here like this. One more candle, one more trade, one more lesson that gets me on my way. One more sunrise, one more fight, one more reason not to quit tonight. The road is long, but I can see the person that I'm meant to be. One more candle, one more day, and I get a little closer on the way. Yeah, no silver spoon, no easy route, just hard work, trying to figure it out, building a future one brick at a time. While the world keeps telling me I'm behind. Some people laugh when you dream too big, some people disappear when things get difficult. But champions are built when nobody claps, when nobody notices all the sacrifices. I've been down, I've been tested, I've been told that I should quit. But every setback built the person standing here like this. One more candle, one more trade, one more myself, more time with the people I love the most. More moments, more memories, that's worth the growth. If my journey teaches anything at all, it's that every successful person had to crawl. Nobody arrives without paying the price. Nobody reaches the summit without sacrifice. One more candle, one more chart, one more step when it gets hard. One more setback, one more scar, one more reminder of who you are. Because the people went on the smart in the room. They're the ones who refuse to quit when everybody else assumes. One more candle, hey, one more day. Keep believing and find your way. This is for the workers, the builders, the traders, the parents, the dreamers. Your story isn't over. Keep going. Trade the black. Follow the blueprint. breaks over golden plains. Silent footsteps, no need for chains. Every heartbeat knows its place. Power sleeps inside the chase. Eyes are locked beyond the grass, waiting as the shadows pass. The world moves fast, I never do. The wind can't rush the hunter, the sun can't shake my soul. Every move has purpose, every breath is control. I'm the cheetah, born to wait, built to hunt. For the silence, that's where legends come from. One move, one chance, one strike. Wait, hunt, strike. The weak keep chasing every sound. I stand still up on the ground. Patience writes the story first. Speed is useless without the thirst. The moment comes, the earth stands still. Then instinct takes the wheel. Africa remembers, the hunter remembers. Patience is power, discipline is freedom. The moment is now, I don't chase, I become the moment. Eyes on the prize, heart made of stone. Calm before the storm. Wait, hunt, strike. Wait, hunt, strike. Wait, hunt, strike. Wait, hunt, strike. Wait, everything drops away. Just distant African drums, a single heartbeat, a lone eagle cry. Then one deep voice, the market rewards patience. Wait, morning lights on the charts, we're locked and loading. Signals in the flow, and the market keeps on coding. Gold in the frame, NASDAQ moving fast. S&P on the screen, while the moments race past. We keep it clear, we keep it sharp. Blueprint, vision in the heart of the dark. Every candle, every beat tells the story of the street. Trade, blueprint, live on YouTube. Read the market, make the right move. Gold, FX, crypto in view. Trade blueprint, we're breaking through. We're breaking through. GBP and EUR, every pair in motion. Bitcoin, riding waves of ocean. Discipline first, let the numbers lead. Focus on the trades we need. We keep it tight, watching the trend from morning to night. The goes and the pulses sync. Every chart line helps us think. Trade blueprint, live on YouTube. Read the market, make the right move. Gold, FX, crypto in view. Trade blueprint, we're breaking through. We're breaking through. No noise, no fear, just the plan. Step by step, we understand. From the open to the close, we follow where the smart money goes. Trade blueprint, live on YouTube. Read the market, make the right move. As crypto in view, trade blueprint. This one's for the patient traders, the ones who wait, the ones who trust the process. Everybody wants to break out. Everybody wants it now. Chasing every candle moving, wondering why they're falling down. But I've learned something simple, something true. The market pays the patient, the ones that force a move. Yeah, daily chart is setting direction. Let the trend show me the way. 9 above the 21, and the bulls are here to stay. Yo, no guessing, no hoping, no gambling, not a dream. I wait for the setup and let the market come to me. Wait for the pullback, wait for the touch. The 5100, 200 means so much. Trade with the trend now. Don't fight the flow. The market leaves the clues if you know where to go. Wait for the pullback. Stay in control, protect your capital and focus on the goal. One trade at a time, that's the way I attack. Trust the trend. Wait for the pullback. 4-hour chart, now I'm watching the zone. No FOMO here, I can leave it alone. 50 EMA, maybe 100 in sight. 200 EMA if the timing is right. Price comes down, now the pressure builds. Everybody's panicking, chasing cheap thrills. But I'm sitting back with a plan in place, waiting for confirmation before I chase. Bullish engulfing, that's what I need. Bearish rejection, then I'll proceed. Risk 1%, let the winners run. Consistency beats the home run. The market doesn't care what you want. The market doesn't care.
Welcome back, John. All tested. Give me a thumbs up. You can hear us live. Looking to get in here, guys. I don't like this chopping here. Even a bit of traded volume in here. A lot of traded volume in here. A lot in here, so potentially we could go either way. But if we get a test back up into this low traded volume here, anywhere in this area, stop loss up at the low of the long trend, long-term trend, I should say. Would be good. Potentially could have got in here. There's a bit of momentum. The short-term trend was blue. Ideally, we want to get into a trade. The Cheetah strategy is we only trade when both arms are the same color. So we're a bit gambling in here, so I'd rather stay out of the market at the minute. Learned from lots of lessons in the past. Waiting out for a pull back into here, into this area. We'll get in here. I'm happy to get in there. Come back down to this fair value gap in here. Run to the profits, and that would do me for today. It doesn't look like it wants to punch through, but we got a fixed VWAP. We got a fixed VWAP there on the short, a fixed VWAP there on potential long. So I'm expecting the price to bounce within these areas, exactly where the POC is. There's a lot of buying and selling, they're all comfortable trading in this area, so I'm going to stay out until we get a good pullback. If we break this blue and becomes red again, we'll wait for the pullback back into this area where the high traded volume is, and then potentially look to come short again. Yeah, so I'm expecting a full bounce off this anchored VWAP in here. Wouldn't be surprised if we bounce back up. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if we drop back and touch it and then come down to this fair value gap, fill these orders down here. Looking back at the back end of last week, as you can see, the trend's pretty clear. We're coming down, we're coming down. How far? We don't know. Potentially filled that gap, so that big gap up. When was that? Sunday morning over the weekend. That gap we was up for a while, and pretty much we trickled our way down all the way to fill that gap, which was here, fill them orders, come back down. So I won't be surprised. We got a double bottom down here, so potentially we could go back up, test up these areas up here. Who knows? There are lots of orders in here, a lot of areas getting bought up potentially, or looking to sell or exit their positions. For me, because we're quite low, I won't be surprised if the big boys and girls are filling their bags here, waiting for us to go back up here. But time will tell. Let's see what happens. So the long to short term trend still down. I'll call it long to short term. This is the short term early, it's blue, so potentially buys in here. Like I say, if we do pierce this, pop back up to a red, definitely be looking for a short. And the opposite, if we come up through here, break through here again, so the long term trend will turn to blue, which is long, and then we'll look for a pullback into the blue arm, and then off we go again. Because it's Friday, the market's coming to an end in America. Potentially we could just sit around this area all night now till 9:30, so likelihood of getting onto a trade tonight looks pretty slim. I think I've missed the opportunity if we do continue to come down. However, I still wasn't 100% comfortable taking this due to the break of the short trend. We broke it. We could potentially bounce back off here and then look to go up here. So good entry would have been on the close of this here, and then we'll put a little short into here, or potentially into the long term trend. I wasn't here then, so missed that opportunity, unfortunately. Could have got in on the bounce back, but again, we were blue, so I'd call this an A- setup, just because the short long term trend is down, so I'm confident that we're coming down. However, the short term is blue, potentially means buyers are stepping back into the market. So it wouldn't be an A plus cheetah setup, but it'd be an A-. John McCormick, testing, testing. 1, 2. Can you hear me loud and clear? Leave a comment in the chat. John McCormick, 9485. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. 1, 2. Fantastic. You can hear me. So loud and clear in sunny St. Helens. Amazing. Didn't I need to buy myself a mic today, John? Marie got one from the sample sale, so absolutely fantastic. I'll stop complaining about the sample sales going forward because sometimes some good things come out of it. Not into any trades today, John. Look, markets are closing in New York in 2.5 hours, so all choppy in here. If it makes any sense to you, so I ain't getting involved in any of that. Get back up here, we'll put a trade on to go short, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So no trades on this fantastic Friday. Sounds perfect as well, thanks. That's the best comment you ever given me. I sound perfect. It's a kudos card and I sound perfect. So definitely at the top of the tree. A star for you this week. Not sure I sound perfect, John. I've still got a dodgy chest, so I sound a little bit like Darth Vader. I can imagine I can't hear myself. I don't like the sound of my own voice anyway. I can hear it echoing in my ear. So you see all these guys on YouTube, on all the social medias with Lamborghinis, Porsches, making trading look so attractive. And as you can see, guys, it's all about patience. You should be able to stop that. I use stream computer games. What do you mean? Come on, talk to me. What you're saying? You're going to get a bounce off this anchored VWAP, potentially, and then go back down. I'm not entering. I don't like that. It's not an A plus setup. That is definitely not a cheetah. No gambling on this channel. Ah, right, I'm following you. You're echoing me. I don't know how to stop that. We'll have to practice, won't we? Maybe it's that. There you go. Can you still hear me? Because I can't hear myself. Have I fixed it? I definitely can't hear myself. That's good. It's all about planning. And the echoing you. It's all about the planning. I like that, John. So we're going to get a bounce off that anchored VWAP. Down. Fantastic. Yes, you can hear me. Good. I can't hear me, so fix the echo. I'm like a professional already. Can you believe it? Easy fix, John. Just turn the sound down on me headset. For entertainment purposes, I could get into a trade here. Put a stop loss over the top of that VWAP there. Move back onto the 1 minute chart. Trail me stop all the way down if it comes down. But at no risk really. So what's going on? So VWAP, it still be the same on the 1 minute chart. Yeah. You could always get in here. I think we get a pullback to here. Short-term trend is still red. Sorry, yeah, short-term trend is a red. Blue trend, long-term trend on the 1 minute chart, not the high time frames, obviously. So for entertainment purposes only, do not do this at all. If we get in here, comes fills this gap, we could do a short. Because we're coming down to test this area. Super short term. What are we gonna aim? We'll aim for in there, shall we? Oh shit, we're in. Right, we're in. We'll aim for recommended. As long as the trade comes back in our favour, move the stop loss into break even. Don't lose any money. That we're making millions off the YouTube jumbo. Here's for hoping, eh? Right, here we go. We're in. And we're not. Joys of trading. Looking to get down to that buying limit. Get that to that buying limit. Should be around 250-ish, I think. No emotions. If we lose, we lose. If we win, we win. On to the next trade. Right, here we go. Right, got to go. Set the kids down. See you, John. Thanks for your help with my sound check. See you soon. Now you've gone. There's no entertainment. We'll move the stop into minimum break even. No matter what happens, we haven't lost a trade. Anybody else watching this later on after the live stream, guys? This is not recommended. I did this just for fun because I am a work colleague of John McCormick. The setup was quite simple. We're into it, no risk straight away. Did it just for entertainment. It's definitely not a cheetah setup. And there we go. All fun, no loss, not trading style I'm used to, however. We didn't lose, we made 5. Back to the real strategy, 50 or 30 minute chart. Looking for pullback into low volume, low traded volume. So daily profile, all dailies, I have a weekly also. Looking to get into this area. Unfortunately, I wasn't at home when this happened. I was at work. I do have a day job. It would have been a beautiful area to get into. On the close of the candle underneath the long-term trend, short-term trend, sorry. This is a long-term trend. I will do a full trading strategy, cheetah trading strategy video in the future. The channel's only a week old, so we're just getting used to streaming and all that kind of stuff. Got a new mic today. Wife got me a new mic, which is amazing. From work, it's even better. Didn't cost as much as it would if we was to buy it in the shops. Don't want to be getting traded in this area. It's Friday. Wall Street will be closing. Well, New York will be closing. Chicago, all those. America will be closing at 9:30 UK time. We're at point of control on the profile, so all the high traded volume is in there. People either building, the big boys and girls, either building their position or exiting their positions. I don't want to be getting involved in any of that. I want to be trading around what I call the shadows, being patient, contrary to popular belief and social media, YouTube, Lamborghinis, jets, Bugattis, trading, real trading isn't as glamorous as they make it sound to be. It's you have to be extremely patient, get the right entries to make money and be consistent. So likelihood of getting into a trade today is very slim right now. We had a couple of opportunities in here. I was actually away out of the house when this one set up. Could have got in here. Again, a bit of a gamble. The confirmations here, so the entry, the entry point would still be here. Stop loss would be here, so the entry is too close to POC for me. The entry needs to be somewhere up here, so this would be a good example. So yesterday, got on a good trade yesterday and the day before, a good entry. So the entry confirmation was still in low volume. Point of control was a good distance away, so I was really comfortable to put in that position. Stop loss just above the low volume traded profile. Profile is king in my opinion in terms of confirmation of where the real buyers are. So this chart doesn't like. This is real volume being traded in real time by the big money institutes and hedge funds. So going back to strategy, this was a great position to get into. Actually, I got in here. Well, as a fake out, which it was. It looked like the buyers were coming back in. There was some buyers coming back in, but they come into the trading area. So took the trade. Didn't pierce the low trend. So I was really comfortable putting the stop loss up in here because it met all my my set criteria in the trade. Beautiful 6-to-1 risk to reward. Very good trade. Same again. Come into this value pretty clear, right? They're selling. Sells are in from low volume. Expected a deep pull back in. Looking for this gap to get filled. Pretty much did. Comfortable taking the trade at the where I expected to get resistance. To get sold back off, back down, and it did. Another beautiful trade. Short-term trade again. Good distance away from the point of control. Expected this area to hold. You could see that the sellers were coming back in. Again, 2-to-1 Mr. Reward. Great trade. Today looks like a miss. I've been at work all day, so no opportunities for me. I'll give it till 7:30, which is pretty much the close of this candle. There isn't going to be a trade, but I wouldn't be surprised if it gaps down Monday morning, Sunday early hours Monday morning, and then we come bouncing back up here. But a good week for me. Apex funded, 50k, 7-day-old PA account, 6 days profitable. Managed to get a payout on the channel. If you have a look, shows the payout request process, where to look for a payout, all that kind of jazz. No commentary over it. Unfortunately, I didn't have a microphone then. It's like I say, this is a new channel. I've only got the microphone today and tested it. But going forward, I will be trading live. I've been putting the charts on all day while at work on YouTube. There isn't really any buy or sell signals on here, unless you use the oscillator down here, which does give buy and sell signals, but that is not investment advice. That's just me talking through this oscillator and what these triangles are for me. Again, look, if you're looking down here, so if you used to use this oscillator as a buy signal, the only reason why I say that's probably a valid buy signal is because we've come down from the point of control on the volume profile all the way down to the low volume. Down here is a good chance that buyers going to get in because the price is cheap. It's a cheap area to buy. As you can see, it soon got bought up as it comes to this low because it's undervalued effectively from a point of control. The market wasn't happy trading down here, so it looks like somebody's built a position. Be interesting to see what happens when it comes down here. Will this position get defended? If it doesn't, it's an area where they wanted to start getting rid of some and stop selling so much so we could get the price into an area where they would like to sell. Again, the oscillator looks like it's going to potentially cross. The momentum looks like it's slowing down. Don't be confused to why that momentum's slowing down. For me, it's because it's Friday, in my opinion, and the markets are closing. I don't think there'll be many traders. Computers potentially could be trading this now. I don't think there'll be any active individuals making these trades. But likelihood, we pop down underneath here, float around this area for the rest of the day until the weekend. We'll see. We got 9 minutes left on this candle. And our sign out. Got that set up. If for those breakout traders, so you want to put a line across there. Yeah, I'll put it there. This one's dead clear there. Breakout traders, anything that breaks above that line, we're going to go long. Anything breaks along this line, we're going to go short. However, it all depends on the candle that we come short. Pull back into this area, and away we go. Break out into here, come down, get a touch, get the pull back, and into this area where the high volume is getting traded. Boom, off to the races you go. Which one breaks first? Does anybody know? Anybody see the future? Let me know. I'm going to bounce in this area today. 30-minute chart. Love the 30-minute chart for day trading. I'm more of a swing trader, really. Another swing trading 4-hour chart, daily chart. But while we're doing the testing the new Apex rules, the new Apex dashboard, I've had to adjust that swing style into daily style. Still looking for pullbacks. It was really good. So the Apex, a couple of years ago when I tried it, it was extremely difficult to understand. All the rules were very complex, very confusing, hard to get a payout. Lots of people complaining about being rejected, all that kind of stuff. Me, didn't experience any of that, so that's not my opinion. I did feel a lot of acquaintance because I wasn't to the standard that I am now. I was a bit more of a gambler in the trading market. It's not like I was physically, mentally gambling. I thought I was making good calls, but I wasn't until I learned volume profile. Like I said before, volume profile is absolute key and king, in my opinion, to understand who's doing what at what time and in what volumes. We don't trade unless we're at the low point of the volume profile when we make our entries. Exactly where we are now, guys. Worst place to ever enter a trade. We're at the point of control where all the buyers and sellers are happy doing their business. It could go either way from here. It's a 50-50 toss of the coin. If you're a probability trader and you did it 100 times and you're 50 right, 50 wrong, and you had a risk to reward 1 to 2, you're always going to be profitable. However, what's the chances of it being 50-50 out of 100 times? As you can see, did make a trade here, a short-term trade. I got into it a bit late because I just got in the house. Didn't like the momentum, was a bit short, so I closed it quite early for no loss. And again, as you just seen, just to entertain John before he went, we got on a quick little scalp on a 1 minute chart, just for fun. Definitely not recommended. Again, I'm expecting this fixed anchored VWAP, not fixed, anchored VWAP. So we'll get a bounce off here, and the likelihood it just bounces across these two VWAPs to the end of the day. What we got? 4 minutes. Anybody else watching? Can't see. If you have, send me a message in the chat. Love to chat, especially around trading. My favourite topic. Hang on the point of control. We're surprised we get a bounce off that anchored VWAP into here. There is a gap down here, so potentially. But we got 2 hours left of the trading day. Potentially they could get some profits for the weekend, and go and touch or fill this gap potentially. But it's too late for me to trade. My trade was in here. Maybe I could have kept this trade. That's the stop loss up here. Could have made £200, £300, £400 maybe on the account. Maybe. Couldn't fix it. So that's all I got fixed up here. Let's go. So in this area, all of the volume, look, as you can see in the fixed volume profile, all of the volume was in here. We're happy in here trading, so as you can see, somebody's exiting their position. Lots of volume traded in that area, and then the session profile. Volume is trading here, so they're happy trading in here. As you can see, the fixed profile would suggest that happy exiting and selling their positions that they had down here, and even lower exiting positions here. So for me, again, next week I won't be surprised we get another bounce and we keep going down further. But let's see what happens over the weekend. If any dodgy news comes out, who knows? Yeah, good trade opportunity in there. Sure, if I was here, I would have taken it from probably there. That would have been a nice trade. Above the high, aim for this low down here, somewhere along that line. So a 2 to 5. That would be a great setup, a great entry. And unfortunately, was that work? Did get in here, but I didn't like the momentum because I was looking at it from the 15-minute chart, which is blue. Longer term trend says it's all red, which is always where we do our chart analysis, and we look for the entry short. That entry short, just one time frame down. Maybe second guess the position, which is good. To be 100% right, A plus setup. Run on all, and as you can see on the 15-minute chart, setup was beautiful. Good confirmation candle. We're likely by the close of this candle. Oh no, second candle. Maybe you're gonna win it. I'll leave it on. I'm logging off now. Let's see by the end of the trading day in America would it have won. We'll use it as a lesson. Again, to stay consistent. I still wouldn't have made that trade no matter what because of the confluences not being in my favour. Right, so I'm signing out. Another good week of trading. Might do a debrief on Saturday. Go through the trades from last week, payout request, all that good stuff. And then Sunday might jump on, do a video, and do a look ahead into next week's markets. Until then, have a great weekend, guys. Happy trading, and remember, wait, hunt, strike.